At Church House on Deansgate, the 7th of October marked the unveiling of a plaque to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the campaign for homosexual equality.
It's 50 years since the first meeting took place for the meeting for homosexual equality in this very building. And I think, in those 50 years we have come a long way. But I think while we remember, what we all of us have to remember is that there is a long way still to go in many other parts of the world.
We asked Andrew Gilliver from the Lesbian and Gay Foundation about the relationship between the church and the gay community 50 years ago.
If you look into the records of all the meetings, it was always, particularly in Manchester, the diocese always lent their support. We're fortunate to have a really good relationship with the Manchester diocese, and over the last decade we built up a relationship with the last Bishop of Manchester, Reverend Nigel. He's since retired, but he put in place some systems to make sure that the Church of England in Manchester was reaching out to the LGBT community, and he recognised that that's a big part of his audience, if you like. He saw himself as the bishop for everybody in Manchester, and that includes the LGBT community. It's an Anglican service, but it's a service that's open to everybody of all faiths and none. We still need to reach out. Not only do the church need to reach out and say, you are part of our community to us, but we have to accept them. And there's a lot of hostility from the gay community towards people of faith, and that's not acceptable either. So it's a good way of saying to each other, let's, even if we have no faith, let's celebrate each other that we can in Manchester, have these fantastic events. I mean, having an event just for the LGBT community in a fantastic building like Manchester Cathedral, it's wonderful.
There were readings about the issue of LGBT inclusivity in the church and LGBT asylum seekers.
In growing into my true God-created and God-creating self, I have discovered the joy of conversation, friendship, love, and connection.
Some of the speakers and congregation shared their thoughts after the service.
At the moment, the government takes away, one thing and puts in place one thing. When I was still seeking asylum, what was in place is, what I was told was you are a young, educated young person, you could go back to your country and relocate to a different place. And I was actually refused asylum because I wear makeup and wear high heels. And that was the basis of refusal for asylum seekers for me, because I didn't wear Ted Martens, God forbid. And now what they're telling people, prove it. How do you prove your sexuality? People are resorting to desperate measures.
I would love to see every single church being really welcoming and very accepting. And I know I belong to churches that are. But at the same time, I think it's really powerful for the church to acknowledge that not every church is like that, and to put something on like this which will engage with that community and will bring them in.
Just an absolutely incredible feeling of love just through the whole cathedral.